What do we normally find when you go to see that for sale by owner?
Well, first of all, they're going to be there.
They're going to be there, which is why is that?
Which
Why
is
that
just
weird?
awkward. Well, it's weird because it's their house, and the buyer can't walk around and feel comfortable. It's like someone breathing down your neck, like, "What do you think of my house?"
I think I like it.
Welcome back to the Hamiltons Unlocked.
Welcome
I'm
back.
Scott, and this is my co-host Jenny.
Oh, I'm your co-host.
Yes, you're my co-host, or maybe I'm your co-host. Probably better way to put it.
You're my guest to my podcast. Hello.
Well, thanks for inviting me. That's fantastic.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad you're here today.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Yes. Okay. We're here at the Hamiltons Unlocked with an S. I'm your co-host. I'm your wife.
Oh,
Right.
you are my wife.
That's what I was getting after, but
Yeah.
whatever. You can be my
Went
assistant.
over my head.
Yeah, I noticed. All right. Well, today we have a topic that I'm personally excited to talk about, and this is the real estate hills we will die on.
I feel like you're always excited to talk about anything we talk about.
I
It seems like you say that often.
I am, though, because first of all, typically I've come up with the topic. So obviously I think it's a good
That's
idea.
not always true. Not always true.
Okay, it's not always true, but when I do come up with the topic, then I think it's a very exciting thing for me to talk about.
Yeah, but you're that person that like you'll be like, "Hey Scott, come up with the topics," and then I'll come up with a topic, and then you'll find something wrong with that topic and tweak it just enough to then be like, I made that idea.
Just enough to make me excited to talk about it.
Yeah, well, or controlling enough to turn it into something that you're doing.
We can talk with our therapist about this later.
You know I'm right. You know I'm right. That's why you're laughing.
Okay. All right. Anyway, but I actually am excited. So let's jump in.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The real estate hills will die on.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, the hills we're gonna die on.
Okay, so I'm going to let you go first because I'm so sweet like that. So you're up. Do you remember what you're going to talk about?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right, go for it.
So let me just say, for those that want to sell their real estate, their homes or whatever by themselves for sale by owners is what I wanted to talk about. I respect what you want to do, and I have typically found over the years of dealing with for sale by owners that there's one primary reason that you want to try to sell your home by yourself is because you're more worried about the commission that's paid to the agent and making the most amount of money. And I respect that. And I think that, so I say that in the sense of like, I'm not here to bash a for sale by owner and say that you're wrong for doing that. I actually understand where you're coming from because that's what we do in our business. We really try to approach every deal and saying, we're trying to get you the most amount of money. And so statistically, I can show you where hiring the right agent will actually net you more money than you trying to do it on your own. Yeah. And for a number of reasons. So I typically find when I go into a for sale by owner or somebody is, sign out and our client calls us and says, "Hey, can we go see this house?" And then I call the owner. What do we normally find what are the top 3 things that is going to happen when you go to see that for sale by owner? I mean, think of the one that we just showed recently.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, first of all, they're going to be there.
They're going to be there, which is, why is that
just
weird?
Awkward. I don't know. It's just weird. And then
no, but why? I think that's important.
Well, it's weird because it's their house, and the buyer can't walk around and feel comfortable, and you can't make a decision if you feel uncomfortable. And it's like someone breathing down your neck, like, "What do you think of my house?" Like,
yeah.
So
and they want to tell you all the. I did the baseboards.
Right.
I just added some crown molding that looks really good.
You're not going to get true opinions from the buyers, right? You're not going to get real feedback. So you're wasting your time as a seller. You're wasting your time being there. Like, surely you have something else you could be doing. Yeah. And then also, the buyers just feel completely uncomfortable. Right. So it doesn't work out for anyone.
So you're there. That's number one. What's the second thing?
I don't know.
You're overpriced always. Yeah. You want more than what your house is actually worth.
Yeah.
And so I think the hill that I would die on in that case is hire an agent. At the end of the day, I think it's like 90-something% of for sale by owners end up hiring an agent anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get there.
Yeah.
Like, unless you sell it, great. Then more power to you.
Right.
And I think the third thing is that the condition, it just doesn't ever match the price. Like it's not, they want more than what it's worth, and the condition of the home just isn't great.
Well, no one's there to be honest with them and tell them what they need to do to get it ready. Right. So they just think it's great. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So yours is for sell by owner, hire an agent.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead and get to the agent.
Get to the agent, you're going to make the money. Okay, perfect. My thing is, like, I think one of the hills I would die on is don't bring your parents to see it unless you want their opinion.
I bet this is like naming a baby.
It is. Like, if you don't want people's opinion before you are calling the baby's name, do not share ahead of time, right?
Yeah, we've all been there. We've all told our parent or somebody the name of the child, and they're like, I knew one of them before. And
I don't love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, well, what do I do? Where, when you're just like, here's the baby and its name is so-and-so, then, you're good. And that's what you need to do with the house, unless you really do want their opinion. And what we find a lot of times is that our clients will say, I would like my parents to come see it. And I say, that's great. That's fine. We encourage that. Are they contributing financially? If the answer is yes, then they definitely are going to want to see it. If the answer is no, they just want to see it. And by the way, they're not going to give their opinion. This is our decision. I'm like, okay. Okay.
This just happened to us actually recently.
Well, it only happens this way. There's
and
not
you know
another
it's
option.
coming. You know it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
You know it's coming. And those are the deals that typically fall apart.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I couldn't go into a house for one of our children and not share my opinion.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't. You have to share your opinion on anything.
Yeah. And so I get it. And that's why I just say, if it really is only your decision, or your and your spouse's or partner's or whatever's decision, just wait and tell them and show it to them once you've closed, because then they will just come in excited. But if you're still in that point where you haven't decided yet, you're getting all the opinions. So be very, very careful about showing anyone the property before you're sure.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Yep. Unless you want opinions, in which case go for it, but you're going to get them.
Yeah. And parents, learn how to just give opinions, or learn how to throw questions back to your children.
Yes. Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's hard.
It is.
Okay. So what is your other hill you would die on?
Hiring the right agent matters. It matters a lot. I think we both learned, thankfully the people that hired us in the early years didn't really know that we were brand new in the business. But I think when you hire the right agent, it's not just, the old adage of pricing sells everything. That is very true. And I also think that the right agent can help you get the deal done.
Absolutely.
Get the most money.
Yep.
Negotiate during that due diligence period to keep your exposure very limited. There's a lot of levers and factors in the negotiation process. And I just think, and I've seen it, I know great agents out there. We're not the only ones.
No.
I think that we're really good at what we do. We know how to negotiate. We know how to get deals done. And I think we've experienced a lot of really bad agents that don't represent their clients well.
Yeah.
So I think it really, really, really matters who you hire.
I agree. Yes, I would totally agree. The same transaction will not go the same way and have the same outcome with a different real estate agent.
Yeah. So interview agents, interview us, make sure you're hiring somebody that can communicate on your behalf, that can negotiate and get you what you want.
Yeah.
And make sure that they're communicating that to the other side.
And by the way, cares enough about you to ask you what it is that you want.
Yeah.
We are working for people, and we do what they want us to do, and we educate them, and we help them understand risks and rewards in all of it. But ultimately, if you're not aligned with your client and you're working just for your own interest, then that's a huge problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My final one, and this is going to be so cheesy, but I really, really believe things always work out. I've been a part of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I think 600 and something real estate transactions. And I've never sat at a closing table with someone who was like, oh, that other house was the one I really wanted, but instead I'm stuck with this one. Or that the right people didn't end up at the right place. And this is especially true for buyers. Sellers, a little less control. Ultimately, like you said, we're trying to get them the most money in the deal to the closing table and let them move on. And it's lovely when they find that perfect match to take over their house. But from the buyer's perspective, when buyers lose out on things, or when things just aren't working out for them, I truly believe that's because there's something better for them out there, that the just right thing is going to work out and happen. And it's so hard for them in that moment to trust that.
It is.
But
yeah.
I have story after story after story after story where that is the case.
Yeah.
And so I will always die on that hill. I will always tell our clients that the right house, the right place for you is going to come along at the right time, and you'll get it, and it's going to all work out.
Yeah.
It's all going to work out.
And I 100% agree with you on that. I've seen it as well. We've both seen it. We've watched it happen over and over. And sometimes we'll scratch our head and go, I'm not really sure why that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And then only to find out a couple weeks later, a month later, and then you see why it didn't work out.
Yeah, the end of the story is what we have the privilege of seeing so often.
Right.
And so all that happened in between, it all makes sense. And that is a hill I will die on. So.
Well, we died 4 times then in this episode.
Okay.
Just had to die on 4 hills.
All right. Well, that's okay. They're worth it. And at the end of the day, we will die on the hill of taking care of our clients. So if you are looking for an agent in the Metro Atlanta area, give us a call.
All right. See you next time, Jenny.
Okay.